How's it going, team? This is the Brown Man, and we're gonna go over some um, perspective, perspective, perspective. I believe English is hard. Builds for Mia Allen. We just did one for David Allen. Whichever one comes up first. I did them both around the same time. Whatever uploads first. So Mia is going to be a warrior based off of the background of the card art. It has the warrior colors, which is that yellowish, orange, sunish color. So let's go over some warrior builds and see what might be good for Mia. If you like this kind of stuff, we're going to be going over the DLC September 8th. We'll be having an Evil Dead giveaway September 8th, and we will be having a giveaway on the 31st of this month on this channel. I want to thank you guys for the support. We got 150 subs, and it's been crazy. It's been like a little bit over a month. And I've been really trying to upgrade the equipment. This is a new capture card, so let me know how it works. I'm trying to work on the audio mix. I'm trying to make sure this is good for you guys. If you guys don't like the quality or something's off, let me know in the comments, and I will update this and I will work on it and make it better. I want to make this the best as possible. And that intro that you just saw, that's only tier 1. Tier 2 is coming in, or level 2 is coming in late September, early October. We'll be having a spooktastic intro, so stay tuned for that. Like, share, subscribe, etc. And let's make this channel grow into something great. Let's get right into the video. Mia is a warrior, as I said, and I think she might have a frenzy perk similar to Kelly. So the longer she's in battle, or maybe the more kills she gets, she'll rack up some damage. So I think it'll be interesting to go full tank and then let the perk take over from here. And of course, if you want to solo a bit, and if you're not worried about the shield length, what you can actually do, if you're not worried about elites, you can actually do something akin to this. You can put 2 in Fear No Evil, just so that way you don't get possessed and ran out. If your active is not that good, if it's okay, meh, then you can take 1 out of the recharge and go 3 Fear No Evil, and go really bulky, really fear resistant, and actually you can solo points for the team. I think there's a lot of clutch times for warrior, where if the warrior is not spooked out, the warrior can actually outlive and just survive the dagger or pages and bring everybody back. And those are some really clutch moments. You do have to obviously include some balance bar chaining, but the warrior is generally a bit thicker. The warriors are some thick warriors, and Mia might not look thick as a model, but those perks makes her like a bubble butt thick. And we want to get a little bit thick here. That's some potential for Mia in terms of a defensive build, and we can also have an offensive build. I don't think Mia will have a weapon master ability, but Mia will have fear reduction, damage increase, or defense increasing abilities. That's what I think Mia will have. It makes sense from the movies. So if you go offensive, you can grab something sharp and go Razor's Edge. You go Razor's Edge, you go a lot of Dismemberment. Dismemberment, as we know, indirectly increases your defense because the damage is decreased by the enemies that get dismembered. So just like Pokemon logic, if something has +1 defense, then the opponent effectively has -1 attack. If the opponent has -1 attack, if they do half less damage, then you essentially gain half more defense. So you can go like this. A good offense is a good defense. And of course I run 3 tougher than hell, because why not? And of course, if you don't want to go that route, that's actually fine. You can take 2 out and go Weapon Master one-handed for the extra damage. And if you feel like you don't need the extra dismemberment, that's actually fine, right? Because this increases dismemberment damage of all melee weapons. If you don't want to do that, that is fine. You can actually go into something like this. You can take out of last word, blop blop, and blop blop. So that way, these are general improvements. So if you don't want to go into, if you don't want to invest for a specific weapon, then you can go into cutting blows, so all weapons do more dismemberment, and you can go into seeing stars, so all melee attacks do more balance bar damage. That's something you can do. And I like these general perks because you're not hunting. Sometimes people spend a lot of time hunting for a certain weapon while the demon is leveling up. I like to grab what I want, whatever I grab, just whatever's closest to me, and I'll do it on the way, and I want to excel with whatever I use. So that's why I learned to shoot and get headshots with shotguns, with hunting rifles, with pistols, blunderbusses, even the saw gun, and it's really hard to do those because I want to be prepared, because sometimes the demon is really aggressive and the demon won't let you loot, and sometimes it's a detriment to loot. So you sometimes, if you're just time sensitive, this is actually just a build for you. If it's time sensitive, you have cutting below, you have extra dismemberment on all melee, extra balance bar on all melee, some extra damage in there. You have extra study for all heavy attacks, not just a certain class. You do extra balance bar, extra damage for the one-handed, and extra damage for the two-handed. There are no one-handed psychokinetic weapons yet, so weapons are either one-handed or two-handed, and having proficiency in both boosts you up. Of course, if you don't want to go that route, you can actually just go a little bit into health here, if you choose, a little bit into health, just to get some more tank, or you can invest fully in tougher than hell. Those are typically it. Or if you want, you can go in something like this. So your damage will scale down a bit, but you'll have more longevity because you'll have the tougher than hell and the industrial strength filled out, along with the artful dodger, which means you keep some more stamina after you dodge, and it means you can dash for a little bit. So something that I use is the dodge dash. That's something that is a Brown Man trademark, is the dodge dash. So with the dodge dash is, if you're running towards an area, you will dodge in the middle of your opponent's attack, and then instead of double dodging, you'll actually start to run. And starting to run makes the whole combo drop. There is a mind game that only the Elagos units, as of right now, the basic units, they can kind of mind game the dodge dash, unfortunately a little bit better due to their quicker attack speed and quicker movement speed. But with other units like skeletons and the Henrietta basics, the Deadites, they drop the combo. You do one dodge, one dash, and especially as a warrior, that's a tip for Mia. I know a lot of people are going to play Mia. You want to make sure that you are pathing correctly. Mia is going to be a warrior. Warriors do not have the best stamina, so you want to make sure that you're not out in the open. You want to path yourself in such a way so that way you actually go from shortest distance to shortest distance. So you want to go from house to house to house to house, and kind of learn where the windows are. The windows are your best friends in this game. You can still loop windows. I have some videos up on my channel in the guides and overviews. You can still loop. You can still do all that, even though demons can vault. It doesn't stop you from running their ass around. But with certain units, especially if Mia is really oppressive, then one of the main units to take down warriors is going to be Elagos. Unless Plaguebringer brings something in really special, and I hope she does. But definitely, because the Elagos units, they can catch you outside. They catch me outside, and they get the Kandarian Fury, and they can just keep spawning, keep possessing, do the whole daisy chaining, and you will be exhausted quite quickly. So you want to make sure that you're set. Also with the Henrietta basics, remember you can get puked on, and then you eat a whole combo. It gets really ridiculous. So you want to make sure as a warrior especially, that you have a safe place to go to. That's not a car that can't be taken away from you. You want to make sure you have a place with a window. And of course, maybe something a little bit of hybrid. Maybe something a little bit in the middle. Maybe just a little bit of devastating force will help you out. And of course, if you want to do a lot of attacks, the light attacks is not bad. Heavy hitter and sting like a bee are generally not bad perks. I don't like going all the way over there. Because you have to have something like this, sharp and blunt, and those are weapon specific abilities. And I typically don't like looking for a specific weapon. That's not how I like to play, so I don't like to invest in those. But you can, but once again, you can run a mixed here. You can run a mix. That's totally fine, and see how that goes. And that's how Mia, I think, is going to be best played. Mia will not have a weapon mastery, I believe. So just running a lot of balance, running extra balance bar, ripping, and the dual weapon master, or anti-fear tank, I think will be the best ways to play Mia when she drops. If you guys like this kind of videos, once again, like, share, subscribe, etc. I want to thank you guys for the support. If you guys have any suggestions on things for me to do, on topics for me to touch on, comment below. Let me know what you guys think. Be safe, team. Stay hydrated. Have a good one.